Hello YouTube, it's Goyle, bringing you another commentary over at Ghost Domination gameplay, this time on Sovereign. If you like this video, leave a like to let me know. The topic I wanted to bring up today really was something I've been seeing floating about on the internet about the current state of esports and where esports is going next. And if you're a viewer who doesn't know anything about esports is literally electronic sports. It is professional gamers competing against each other for large sums of money to an averagely pretty large audience, as large as most sports around. So some esports can potentially be going to ESPN and then potentially maybe some UK broadcasters, some European ones, I don't know, but ESPN has been touted for picking up some esports. It's already shown a couple of esports events, if I'm not mistaken. And what people are talking about is esports meant to be online? Should it stay online? Should it stay loyal to its online viewers and keep it purely online, which it is at the moment? It is streamed on Twitch, it is streamed on MLG TV, YouTube, and these guys are getting, I mean, from what I heard, one of the League of Legends World Championships got something like 28 million concurrent viewers, which is a staggering number, and it's as big as a lot of sports out there. But what I really want to touch upon, will broadcasting esports on television benefit esports? And I think really what you need to look at is the current state of television. I think personally television is starting to really struggle with the options of the internet and the availability to watch whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want, has really changed the game, and I think TV is struggling to keep up. Things like Amazon and Netflix have changed the game of broadcast, and I think everyone is really playing catch up to them at the moment. If you look at BBC over here across the pond, I think an awful lot of people watch BBC via iPlayer. And I certainly do. I watch everything through the internet. I have done for the past 5 years. Before I went to university was when I started to watch things online. And I can safely say I haven't really watched anything through a TV aerial in years. Certainly not out of choice. So what I want to circle back to is, how will this affect esports? Well, if the television industry is struggling in comparison to the internet broadcasting industry, then I really think that maybe going to TV broadcast would be somewhat of a mistake and potentially damaging to esports. The core fan base and the core demographic is in the age group 18 to 30, which really I think for gaming is a lot younger than that, up to 30. I think it's quite a large demographic, but that demographic is really solely on the internet at the moment, and to move it off the internet to potential companies where you have to pay. I mean, I'm not too sure about ESPN, I'm not American, I'll look this up. Or if you guys know, let me in the comments, but I'm sure you have to pay for ESPN in America. I'm sure there is some sort of Sky or whatever the package is you have to buy. Would that benefit esports? Would more people watch that? I don't think so. I think you can look at something like Formula 1, the current state of Formula 1, to kind of get an answer to your questions. In the UK, Sky 1 was broadcast on BBC, free for everyone, as long as you pay a TV licence, but it was free for everyone. And it drew in large numbers, and once it went from ITV to BBC, say 6-7 years ago, the viewership started going insanely high for Formula 1, and then Sky bought the rights to it, and that meant you had to buy not only a Sky package, but you have to buy the Formula 1 channel package, and you end up spending a lot of money just to watch the one sport, which is fairly disgraceful, and viewership has gone way down, and interest has gone way down, and now Formula 1 is in a position where something needs to change, because a lot less people, not just in the UK, around the world aren't watching. And I think there's a lot, you can see a mirror image of motorsport and esports. It's a very similar playing field. You have teams that aren't representing countries, states, counties, villages, or what have you. You have companies like Optic Gaming, like Red Bull, like McLaren. These are all companies making money, running teams, and they have their players or their drivers who are a team, and they operate machinery. There's a similar reaction time within reacting to someone shooting you in Call of Duty as there is to travelling at 190 to 200 miles an hour on a racetrack. So I think if you really want to look at the future of esports, you have to look at sports not like NFL, not like football, not like tennis, not like anything like that. You have to look at the sports where man is controlling something, whether it's a console or whether it's a car or a bike or a plane or a helicopter. That's where you need to look to see the potential future of esports. And I think something like Formula 1 would do a lot better being broadcast on certain online websites. I think the viewership would go up staggeringly. So I really don't feel that TV broadcast is the be-all and end-all of esports. I think it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, yes, I think that's absolutely correct. I think if it was 15, 20 years ago and it'd been broadcast on Sky Sports and ESPN and the like for years and years, then it would already have a high viewership. And yet, everyone's moaning at the moment about how esports... What you got to look at it is esports is on the come up, and so far in my generation, no one has really experienced a sport come up like this, apart from potentially skateboarding and extreme sports. You know, we're all brought up in the generation where football exists, NFL exists, tennis exists, baseball exists. I can keep going. All this stuff has been existing for 100+ years. Something like esports, you know, it's still in its foundation, and it's growing, and it's popular, and people keep talking about, will it end, will it this, will it that? No, it's not. As long as people watch and people play, it's going to go on. And as long as there is some sort of media outlet, whether it's YouTube, whether it's ESPN, whether it's Sky Sports, whether it's Twitch, whether it's Vimeo, as long as you've got a platform like that, then people are going to want to be entertained, because entertainment is now a basic commodity of life. It's a basic one. We've all got it on our phones, we've all got it on an iPad, we've all got it on a computer, we've all got it through our TV. I mean, the amount of entertainment we can have at our fingertips really is staggering at the moment. And if you look at esports, with how new and fresh it is playing computer games professionally and making money from that, or even look at YouTubers and Twitch streamers, they're making money from having fun and enjoying a game and getting some sort of satisfaction from the audience, getting satisfaction about seeing someone who's funny, nice, horrible, whatever it is, something that is an entertaining trait to that person. And they make a lot of money from it. Times are changing. I'm sure people first started making money in music, there was a lot of questions about, well, these people are just sitting around playing instruments and making money. So I really think that argument is void. I think good on people who want to make money in any way, you know, go do it. What I want to circle back round to is esports and broadcast TV. I think it can't hurt. Ultimately, I think it really can't hurt to have esports at some sort of broadcast level, as long as it has an option of staying online. It has to have that option. It can't just be all or nothing on ESPN or all or nothing on Sky Sports. It has to have its online presence, because that's where it was created and that's where it does belong. Although saying that, if I was to make an argument for the TV networks, it'd be that they have an awful lot more experience, extensive experience in broadcasting sports, and I think with their knowledge, certainly twined with the existing knowledge of the people online who have been broadcasting these sports, such as Twitch, YouTube and MLG, I think you've really amalgamated everyone. I think it would really be best for everyone. I think esports would really flourish if everyone really just work together, and I think that is the key to success in esports, is just everyone working together. I mean, I really feel the model that esports has been following online at the moment really is the future to broadcasting, and I think not only can esports take a lot from current broadcasters on TV and current sporting programs, I think a lot can be taken from esports, to be fair to it. It's revolutionary to broadcast this stuff through the internet, and if you look at MLG, for example, over the past 2-3 years, it's been getting more and more professional, better commentators, better cameramen, better lighting, better editing, better everything. And this leads me to the last item I wanted to talk about, and if esports is broadcast by TV, then what esport do you think would be ideal for TV? And it's a bit of a tough question, because there's quite a few different games played on esports level, and it's ever increasing, and I don't think any one channel is going to pick up multiple esports. They're going to pick up one or two, and that's going to be the esport that they push. And now we really have to think, what is the esport to push to try and get fans who aren't necessarily fans of gaming, or aren't necessarily fans of the game that's being played by esports. That's the ultimate goal of the TV broadcasters. They want more audience. League of Legends is the most popular esport, and that is the one that you naturally would think should be put on the broadcast level if it's getting something like 28 million viewers for a World Cup. And if you look at something like Call of Duty, which is the esport I'm a fan of, because I'm a fan of the game, the numbers are staggeringly lower. And the recent Call of Duty finals got something along the lines of 90 to 100,000 viewers, which is an awful lot of people, I understand, but it's not 28 million. But there's a lot of reasons for this. League of Legends is one game that gets updated quite regularly, whereas Call of Duty is a game that recycles every year, and the past 2 years we haven't really been blessed with two games that have really benefited the esports scene. in any way since Black Ops 2, because Black Ops 2 there was a massive surge in esports. I noticed esports in Black Ops 2, I didn't notice it before that. But I think if you're looking at the air brackets normal person who isn't into esports and isn't necessarily a gamer, I do think Call of Duty is one of the best really probably to showcase, because it really is quite simple to understand what's going on when you watch it. People can relate to that first person view a lot easier than they can to a bird's eye angle view. They don't really know who's who, they don't really know what's going on. Even I watch League of Legends and I sort of struggle to keep up, whereas I've introduced people to Call of Duty who maybe have very little experience on it, and they've managed to roughly pick up what's going on. If you can then inject a big fund from a big broadcaster like ESPN, then obviously they're going to be pushing the quality of the broadcast to a degree that they want everyone to understand what's going on. And with developer support in Call of Duty coming with Activision, who are taking over the esports area of Call of Duty and probably going to inject a large amount of money and a large amount of time into making it really successful, along with Treyarch and David Vonderhaar, who have proven in the past to really want to push the competitive scene and do what's best for everyone. I really think Call of Duty is in for a really good year, and it's definitely a make or break year for the sport. Saying that, I really do believe that everything is put in place to have the biggest year of Call of Duty esports there's ever been, with Treyarch involved, developer support from Activision, potential ESPN or other funders. There really is nothing stopping it from blowing up, and I think Call of Duty really needs a game to blow up. I'd love to know what you guys think on this. Should esports be broadcast on TV? Should it stay online? Should it be broadcast on both? And what esport should be the one that they really try to push if they do broadcast it on TV? Once again, this has been Goyle, and I really appreciate you watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!